So I'm going to get straight into this Trading 212 portfolio. Make sure to smash the like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to see a lot more videos like this. So as you can see from my Trading 212 portfolio, it's gone a bit up from the last time. So it's about trebled. Last time my portfolio value was around £76. Today it stands at £239.04. So I'm filming this on a Saturday. The markets should be closed, which means there shouldn't be too much fluctuations. The only fluctuations being foreign exchange. So as you can see, overall my return on investment is negative 4.79%, so that's negative £12, and I cannot be complaining at this time period because again we are going through a recession and we're going through economic hardships. In the past 2 weeks the pound has crashed and kind of regained back its traction due to announcements from the UK government such as the mini budget and the bond market being completely destroyed. I've made videos on that, so if you want to check them out they'll be somewhere around here. You can see these dips and troughs all over the place, but overall negative 4.79%, not too bad at all. So I'm going to go through all my holdings and then I'm going to go through my one pie that I have, and I'm actually surprised to see the results on that. So I've been buying a bit more of Vodafone shares, so I have now 7.3 shares with a value of £7.38, and that's gone down 8%, which is not too bad. I have 1 and a bit shares of the S&P 500, which I bought around £63, which I thought was a good buy. Again, because of the fluctuations of the pound, the S&P 500 is giving us a higher return than it would in America because the dollar is just getting stronger, which relates in pounds terms for us seeing not too much of a dip on the S&P 500. However, I do expect this to dip because tech companies are doing incredibly bad, and news that AMD is doing really bad and Samsung, that's going to actually destroy the S&P 500. So many bargains could be available in the next coming weeks. I have 0.37 shares in the FTSE Japan, one of my favorite ETFs because of the volatility. So there's money to be made if you want to do trading. So I did a bit of trading and it was quite fun, but overall you can never really win in trading, can you? So if you want to buy things, this is not financial advice, none of it is, but I would recommend being a medium to long-term investor. I have 0.02 shares in the FTSE All World High Dividend Yield. So my value is only 97p, so I'm not expecting much from that. I have 2 shares in the FTSE 100, and the FTSE 100 is doing all sorts of things, but I think at £30 it could be a good deal for the future, a good thing to hold. Unilever is surprisingly up by 1%, and I have 0.2 shares of that, so I only put in around £1. Again, I put in £1 in the SPDR Dividend Aristocrats, and that is down by 10%, which is a very high percentage. So Rolls-Royce, I bought 13 shares. The shares of Rolls-Royce reached a minimum of around 66p, and I bought around, I guess, 67 to 70p, which I think is a very good hold for the future. And I think that Rolls-Royce is a company that will be here for the next few decades at least. I mean, aviation requires Rolls-Royce engines. Rolls-Royce engines are one of the best engines. And also there's going to be rich people who always need Rolls-Royces, and I'm sure they're not going to let Rolls-Royce go into bankruptcy. National Grid, I have 0.39 shares, and that has a value of £3.57, and that's down 10%. Royal Mail, I bought a few more shares of Royal Mail because it was going down. So I have now 6 shares at £12.48, and that's down by around 6%. GSK, surprisingly again, that is going up. So I have 0.29 shares in GSK, and it is gone up by 1.26%. EasyJet, I bought £1 worth. I think I did a video on that, and that's gone down 16%. Direct Line Insurance is down by 2%, which is not too bad. DECA, DAX Plus Maximum Dividend, is down by 7%, which is quite high. Carnival is down by 25%, and what is crazy is that last time it was up by quite a bit here, and it's lost another 20%, so it's probably lost around 40%, so Carnival is not doing well. But this was a free stock anyway, so I'm not complaining. £1 worth in Amazon is now worth 92p, so that's down by 8%. So Alibaba is down by 8%. And AMD is in big trouble because they released a preamble to their financial report saying that it's not looking good. They're 1 billion or so below the target, so expect AMD to be going down even further in the commencing weeks. And yeah, it's just not looking good for tech companies in the US and overall tech companies everywhere else. This is because in times of recession, tech companies are probably the first companies to start losing revenue because people can cut down on technology first because it's not necessarily an essential. Maybe tech infrastructure doesn't get impacted so much, but all these companies like AMD and Google, even Tesla, they are exposed to consumer tech mostly, and even then, like, infrastructure based companies might be cutting down during a recession. So that was an overview of my individual investments. My strategy is to just buy more of the shares that I do like at a regular basis. However, this Trading 212 account is only a very small fraction of my actual investing pie. Most of it is in free trade, so if you want to check out the video, I'll leave it in the description down below. I'm mostly using Trading 212 just for fun, so putting in money into random stuff. I like the fact that you can put in £1, so that's quite beneficial. I don't have to actually buy an entire FTSE 100, which is going to cost me like 30 something pounds, or even the S&P 500, which is like £65. So that being said, let's go into the pie, and I have bought this pie, so the almost daily dividend pie. And what this pie is a collection of around 50 holdings. Yep, so 50 slices into companies that the original pie maker did not make. This pie is aiming to have like lots of dividends, and the aim is that you pretty much get dividends on a very regular basis, because all these companies coincide, like their dividend dates don't overlap, so you're regularly getting dividends. The recommended amount, based on a really good YouTuber who is called the Dividend Experiment, who does videos like almost daily videos on the almost daily dividend pie. Make sure to check out his channel. He says the minimum recommended is £400. However, I put in £50, and very interestingly, I did receive some dividends. So as you can see, dividend income total gained 3p. If I go into my bell icon here, I can see that I received 1p from Canadian Natural Resources, 1p from Kimberly-Clark, and also 1p from T-Rowe price group. So that's very cool. So essentially there is 50 holdings, most of them being American companies such as Apple, Realty Income, Johnson & Johnson. I think they're all, if not all, American. So it's probably an original American creator who made this pie. If you want to check out the pie, I'll leave a link in the description down below. I put in £50 and I'm still getting dividends, which is pretty good. I'm sure the minimum recommended amount of £400 is there for a reason. So if you are really serious about this pie, you can put in £400 and just see the dividends rolling in. And the great thing about this is that you can reinvest the dividend income, and so the compound interest plays its part, and over the years it will just become bigger and bigger, and the dividends just become bigger and bigger. So currently the value is £48.39. I put in originally £50, and then I accidentally put in more money, about 70p, so that's why the total value is around £50 and 75 off the top of my head if you add these two together. The return currently is minus 4.72%, which actually is very good for this time period. As we can see, the big losers are companies like Apple. Also, this REIT here is gone down 11%. We can see AT&T, so tech companies, gone down by 10%. LTC Properties down by 15%. A company like McDonald's will be okay during a recession because they'll still get customers. Vanguard UK Gilt, so obviously the bond market, like we talked about, is down a lot, so that's down 11%. These companies are around 3 and 5%, so I wouldn't say they are a huge loss. Bank of Nova Scotia is also down, and there's reports that Credit Suisse is in trouble, so banks all over the world might be in trouble too. So Kimberly-Clark down 10%. And there's some companies that are doing really well, such as Starbucks. So yeah, overall, this pie is doing surprisingly well. I do want to put more money into this pie, so maybe in the next update, I'm just going to be putting money into this pie to see how the dividends roll in. I really do think dividend investing is a great way to start investing because you get instant rewards. So whenever you get the dividends, it feels really nice and it gives you that motivation to keep going and to keep investing. I myself am not very much a dividend investor. However, I can appreciate dividend investing, and dividend investing has become way more common during this time period where high inflation has led to overvaluing of regular stocks. And therefore right now we're seeing stocks crash, and so unlike those companies, a lot of these dividend companies are dividend aristocrats and they're going to be paying regardless of the economy. So it's a good way of getting income, it's a good way of compounding, and yeah, I would highly recommend that. So that was my trading 212 portfolio. Make sure to subscribe and smash the like button because I'm going to be making a lot more portfolio updates. I have companies such as InvestEngine, Free Trade, Lightyear, and others. Make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I will see you in the next video.